Hey guys, welcome to another educative teaching from Damilola Forex. What am I going to be showing you guys today? I'm going to be showing you guys a very clean and clear setup where we are going to be making money together this week. I'm looking to risk $5,000 of my own money into this trade while looking to earn as much as $20,000. So I'm going to be showing you guys how we are able to analyze, how we are able to trade, and we're able to make money at the same time. If you want to join my community, link is in the description below, where you can join either the free community or the paid community and make money side by side with me with these setups, trades, and signals. Okay, so let's get on to today's teaching. Okay, so we're starting out by by taking prices on the weekly time frame. This time around we are on the weekly time frame, and this is GBP/JPY. So what is the first thing I'm doing? As usual, everybody that follows my trades know that what I identify the real-time points where price is at. Okay, this is done on the weekly time frame or on the monthly time frame. Okay, so here we have identified that prices is rejecting, something around this particular zone. Either or, that's where price is currently at, right? Then what is my next job? The next job is what? How did prices get here? What are the structures that took prices there? What are the stories? Okay, so we can take it from the low point right here of about year 2020 and read the entire story directly from that point where we saw prices make push, exhaustion, all of these progressive push and exhaustion structures. Then prices went on by making increasing structures, then went and made the biggest increasing structure right here, which is push, exhaustion, and push. Okay, so one thing that is clear that we can all see on GBP/JPY is that GBP/JPY is bullish. Okay, as we can see, that price is making clear structures of higher highs and higher lows. Clear structures of higher highs and higher lows. This indicates a very, very bullish structure. Okay, so now that that has been defined, what is the next step? We now know that what if we are going into our entry time frames, which is on the 1 hour time frame, right? We know that if we are buying, it means that what we are buying with the flow of the ocean, because the flow of the ocean is bullish, as we can all see, right? While if we are selling, it would mean that we are selling against the flow of the ocean, which would mean that that is a retracement. Okay, so these are the dynamics of the way we look at the market. Okay, so what am I going to do next? We have been able to read the structures, and we've identified that it is bullish. So what next are we going to do? We will now identify the last higher low point of that bullish structure, which is right here. Okay, and like we said, this is the high where price is currently rejecting. So what are we going to do? We are going to read this window, and this window will now be tagged as what will now be known as our range of focus. Okay, so that is what this window will now be tagged as now. It's now what? A range of focus, and we are now going to focus our resources and our entirety within this particular window. Okay, from the bottom here to the top is where we are going to focus this window. Okay, so what are we going to do? We are now going to take the top here and give it a tag. Here is monthly resistance points, while here we can just give it a tag. Okay, we're just trying to give them names so that we know, we know where they are coming from. Where did we identify them from? So here we just tag it as monthly resistance. Here we just tag it as weekly resistance. And here we just tag it as weekly support. Let's change it, since we are starting from the weekly time frame, weekly resistance. And here, let's change it to weekly support. Okay, so now that this has been defined, what are we going to do? We'll take this window to the daily time frame in order for us to read this window and see what is going on within this window. Okay, put prices in their respective structure circles and basically just keep putting prices into smaller range of focus until we see a trade entry opportunity. Okay, so now within this window, right, what is going on? Okay, so from here now we can see prices make push. We can see price come for an exhaustion right here. Progressive structures, push, exhaustion, progressive structures, push, exhaustion, progressive structures, push, exhaustion, progressive structures, push, exhaustion. Then here we can see price make push, exhaustion. Then here are smaller structures. So what am I going to do? I'm going to identify this level right here as what? As the last higher low point of prices. So I'm going to give it a tag again. The essence of the tag, like I said, is just to remember where prices is from. So here we'll tag it as well daily support. Okay, so from the beginning here we can see prices where it was making progressive structure. So after this started making smaller structure. So here I'll tag it as daily support. Here I'll tag it as weekly resistance point. And what am I going to do? All of these smaller structures ahead that prices made, I'm now going to go into the 4 hours time frame to expand all of these smaller structures so that I can put prices into their respective range of structure circles. Okay, so here remember we tag there as weekly resistance, we tag there as the daily support point. What am I now going to do? I'm now going to read the entire structures. Okay, let's push this above to the exact point of rejection. Then let's put this here. Okay, and now let's go ahead and read the entirety of these structures. Okay, yes, I'll make it as bold as we can so that we can all see the structures together. Okay, so from here we saw prices start by making small structure. Okay, continue by making progressive structures. All of these are progressive structures, higher highs and higher lows, just like we saw from the weekly time frame, indicating a clear bullish movement. Then this was what? Push and exhaustion. Okay, so after this push and exhaustion, what did I see prices do? We saw prices start again on smaller structures. What were the smaller structures? We saw prices started small structures here of push exhaustion, came here, made push exhaustion, then eventually came to make a big structure right here. But we can take this first. All of this push, all of this moves to exhaustion. This push, this is exhaustion, and this was now what? The last higher low point of prices. Okay, so what am I now going to do? I'm going to identify the last higher low point right here, and I'm going to target what time frame is this? This is a 4 hours time frame. I'm going to target as 4-hour support point. Okay, so what am I now going to do? I'm going to read the last higher low point here and this weekly resistance point here as what? As my new range of focus. Okay, so just like you've seen, right, we are just bracketing prices into range of focus. That's what we are doing, putting prices into their respective range of focus. Let's go through the structures again just for educative purposes. From here we saw prices make a small structure. Okay, price continued making what? Progressive structures. All of these are slightly small. The price started to make bigger structures here, bigger structures here, bigger structures here. After this, what the price decided by making small structures, which we identified the small structures. Then we now went on. Let's expand it a little bit again. After the small structures, what the price now started doing? Price now started to make big structures. Where it came here, made push. Okay, all of these were an higher low. This was not an higher high. That's why I categorized all of these as an higher low. And prices came here again, made another higher low point here before taking off to the top in its entirety. So this 4-hour support point has been identified. This weekly resistance has been identified. I'm now going to take this 4-hour support and this weekly resistance as my new range of focus. Now, this is where the money is at. And this is where we are going to be making money for the new week. Okay, every single person can participate in this trade and we can all make money and be happy together this week. Okay, so now what are the structures on this time frame? This is my entry time frame. Remember that from here we saw prices make small structure of push exhaustion. After this, it started new structures, all of this push exhaustion. It came here, made push exhaustion. They started by making smaller structures. All of these were smaller structures. The smaller structures originally got broken, only for prices to eventually stretch and break the bigger structure. Okay, so here's the bigger structure. I'm going to take this like this, and this is the last higher low point for me. This is the last higher low point. Let's see. Yes, very, very beautiful. This is the last higher low point. And here we have been able to see a clear change of character. Okay, we've seen a clear change of character here within this window. What is the window? It is the window of this 4-hour support to this weekly resistance point. But where is the CSC? That is what? Where is this particular structure circle? It is a particular structure circle that starts from here, because from here, price started to make, smaller structures. From here, price started to make progressive structures. Okay, so like we said, right, from here, this was what? This was push exhaustion, and price came made push exhaustion. This was big. Then after this, price now started to make small structure. Then from here, it started to make progressive structure. So our CSC starts from here. This is the low point and this is the high point of our CSC, and this is where the change of character happens. If you want to know more about all of this, Link is in the description below, and I'm going to teach you how to be able to read your structure circles correctly. Okay, so here I can tag this as CSC, talking about the current structure circle. Here I can tag this as CSC, talking about the current structure circle, which means I don't have business above and I don't have business below these levels. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm now going to bring out my fib. Okay, from the low here, take the fib to the high here. So one thing that we can see is that price has already hit the 78.6. So this 78.6, as we know, is a reversal level that ends a retracement. So what am I going to do? I'm going to identify the fact that, oh, this is not just the 78.6 level. We can see resistance rejections there. So this means that what? This particular level is a very strong PRA, because we can see resistance slash 78.6 potential reversal area. So this point is more likely a point that could reject prices and send prices back up in the direction of trend. So what am I going to do? I'm going to buy. I'm going to hide my stop loss at the low somewhere around here, and I'm going to be riding back here for about 1 to 3.3 risk to reward. So like I said, I'm throwing $5,000 of my own money on this particular trade, and on TP I'll be going close to 20,000, because on GBP JPY, when you are buying, you have a positive swap. So so on this particular trade in itself, I should make around 18,000. Then plus positive swap, I should be going close home to about $20,000 on this particular trade. So this is a very beautiful trade where we saw a change of character. We saw a PRA, which is a potential reversal area, which is a 78.6 plus resistance. Then we identified the structure that was broken, which is the support, which is this resistance. So we're just going to pick our buy from market opening, and we are going to make money on this particular trade. So if you want more videos like this, join my community, and I'm going to teach you guys and hold you guys by the hand through the mastery and understanding of price action trading. See you guys in the next video.